Hello, my beloveds. This is Reverend Sue Frederick, and in today's video, it's our final Through a Divine Lens course video. So we're going to tie it all together and really give you a summary of the tools and techniques that you can learn through this course and through my workbooks and materials to help you view your life through the soul's lens, your divine lens that always offers you hope and healing and forgiveness and compassion. It is the only view of life that truly empowers us. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go through the workbook that you've been given as part of this course, and we're just going to tie it all together for you. All right, let me hit share screen. Okay, so in this course, these are my books here on this screen. Through a Divine Lens is my newest book, and it does really focus on everything that we're talking about in this course. So in my first video, I explained the vision that inspired my work of really seeing the planet Earth from this higher divine view, being held by the spirit guides who told me and assured me that the light is always winning, that one spark of one person waking up to their higher consciousness sparks another and another and another, and that love and light are always winning, no matter how it may look here on earth. So I want you to remember that as we go through this course, because it is your choice how you view your life and how you view the world. And the choice you make determines your happiness, your productivity, your loving relationships, your success. So as I summarize this, I would say there are two ways that we view life. One is our soul view, that higher view that we're talking about. And when you view it that way, you are aware that everything that's happening here is for our soul's growth, and it was intended for our highest good of growth. And yes, it might be hard, it might be challenging, we might doubt ourselves, but that it is unfolding in a way that helps us and serves us, not to hurt us. And the ego lens is the other view that we can choose. And I was working with a client just today who, we went back to an early trauma in this lifetime where she made a decision, made a choice that her soul's view was too painful, she was too sensitive. She wanted to be able to fit into the physical world and be liked and accepted and survive. And she convinced herself that the only way to do that was to only look at life through the human lens, the ego lens, and only focus on the physical world and its details. Of course, that brought her a lot of challenge as well. And that's why, clients come to me, because they're knowing they want to shift into that higher view. The higher divine lens view is the way we heal ourselves and help others. So it's a simple shift. Many times during the day, I just say, please, divine guides, God, help lift me above my ego view. Show me my soul's wisdom. Help me to see and understand the lesson in front of me. Quiet my ego, open my heart, and take a deep breath, and you'll be lifted into that higher view. And when you're in that view, then the way you'll know you're in that view is that suddenly everything feels good. It feels like, okay, I understand that difficult challenge over there and how it served me and how it's serving other people. I understand what's happening over here. I have no blame. I don't need to focus on what's wrong and who did what. Instead, I need to focus on how do I live up to my greatest soul potential and help everyone else do the same. And suddenly now I see the grand view of my soul's journey. And I remember that every time I face a moment of crisis with love, gratitude, and wisdom, I am able to rise into my soul's view. And then I can forgive others because I realize they are all doing the best they can to their level of awareness. Great morning prayer, and if we just shorten it here, would be, I pray to feel the constant presence of God, of my loving guides and departeds, so that I know that I'm never alone and I'm always deeply loved. I pray to remember to ask God and my guides for help shifting into my divine awareness whenever I face a challenge. And so it is. That prayer right there will get you started every morning. So the ultimate question of what is God, I can tell you after decades, more than 40 decades of spiritual study, of really immersing myself in every spiritual path from Catholicism, Christianity, Native American, Theosophy, Unity Church, Buddhism, Hinduism, and on and on. And I'm an ordained Unity minister, so I've really studied the history of Christianity and theology. My conclusion is God is love. God is a loving consciousness that runs this universe. It is not a man in the sky. It is a presence of love that flows through each one of us. We are part of it. I have chills even saying that because I feel it so deeply to be true. All we have to do is quiet the mind, and that loving God presence flows through us so fiercely and beautifully and opens our heart. And the difference between this spiritual view and religion is that religion can be starting out with a good intention, but ending up with dogma and rules and a fear-based idea of God. That is never the truth. And who am I? That's the ultimate question here on earth. You are part of this God consciousness universe. We are all good, all part of all God. We are all connected in this goodness, in this divine principle. It is only when we drop into the earth realm that we forget who we are. We forget to focus on the divine meaning and the divine intention, and instead, the ego mind that we have to function here takes over and says, only focus on the details of the mundane physical journey or you won't survive. And once we buy into that point of view, we diminish ourselves, but our true nature still exists. It is never touched or harmed by anything. And you could even picture it this way. If people have broken your heart and disappointed you, you say to them in spirit, when you broke my heart, you were acting as my greatest spiritual teacher, helping me to wake up to my divine nature as a soul on a journey of evolution. So why am I here? I am here to accomplish great evolutionary awakenings in my own journey and in helping others. I didn't come here to be afraid, to be hidden, to be unimportant. I came to be grand and fearless and bold and awake and infused with wisdom and love. I'm speaking as all of you. That's what you came here to do and be. And you came to use your pain as fuel to help others. Viewing life from the divine lens perspective is how you accomplish this. So are you a divine being or simply human? Well, the answer is both, because you came to the earthly realm, so you've got a human bodysuit on, you've got a monkey mind, ego mind that you have to tame, and you have emotional pain that comes with the human bodysuit and this dense energy of physical reality. However, your true nature is the powerful divine being who's eternal and all loving and all knowing. That is your true nature. And even though you're wearing this physical bodysuit and you chose this personality for your earth journey, your true nature never changes. It's a divine being on a journey of evolution. So, does spiritual study help? From my experience, it does, because I needed to understand why. And so, by going on a spiritual study journey, studying all those paths, studying with many spiritual teachers, I was able to come up with answers that resonate deeply and profoundly as true for me, because my mind needed to know why. So if you're like me, yes, spiritual help, spiritual study will help, and you can choose to do that in whatever way you want. Are you willing to explore is the only question, because if you step out of your comfort zone and you go and study different religions or spiritual practices that maybe you've poo-pooed in the past, by simply saying, yes, I'll go be open, I'll go experience this, and I'll see if it resonates or why it doesn't resonate, now you're learning, now you're growing. So we have to shift into our sacred self every day, really, because when we wake up, we're thinking of our tasks that we have to accomplish. We're in a hurry, maybe getting the kids ready for school or getting ourselves ready for a job or whatever it is we have to do in this physical realm. However, as you meditate, as you say your affirmative prayers, as you open your heart and ask to connect, ask to shift up, then you remember that pain is your fuel, and it's here to help you do your great work of helping others, and that everything here is a soul agreement that you've made with all the important people in your life, even those who break your heart, and that when you view your life this way, you are in your divine lens perspective, and that all of us, including you, have a powerful inner guidance system called intuition. And once we quiet the mind, the logic mind, our intuitive voice, our soul's voice, is all powerful and will guide us flawlessly through every moment of our lifetime journey. So, tools to help you navigate. I have a fun thing I do called Bringing My God Guide with Me, my GG. I'm laughing because I want you all to make it fun for yourselves. It's not heavy. I had a client yesterday who told me that he calls God Gus because it means God understanding spirituality. In other words, he tied all of his understandings into the name Gus. So he goes, hey, Gus. So if I have a stressful day, let's pretend I'm traveling, I have to get to the airport, drive through traffic. I'll go, all right, God guide, you're in charge of this. You're going to get me in the right traffic flow. You're going to get me on the right gate, on the right plane. It's going to be flawless and easy, and you're going to solve every problem along the way. And I talk to this guy throughout the day, quietly, of course, but that makes it real, and it reminds you to shift up into this higher divine perspective. So remember, just one request for help from Spirit changes everything, because they have a divine law that says they can't step in and interfere with the human's journey unless the human requests help. And that's so simple to say, help me shift into a higher perspective. Help me see this differently. Help open my heart. Help quiet my fear. Help solve this problem. Yes, those requests are always answered by Spirit, and you have to ask before they can step in and help. Remember that, please. You're not here to do it all alone. So, a meditation to dissolve fear, I've used this for years, is where you just sit in meditation and you hold your hand upturned palm in front of your heart chakra. and just feel the heart of love inside of you. And now picture a person or a cat or a dog or an animal or anything that you love dearly. Just picture it. And with your hand feeling that heartfelt energy, send love to that being that you love and cherish. Maybe they're in the divine realms. Send pure love to them until you actually see them looking at you, acknowledging the love, feeling that love. And now pump that love out even further to cover the neighborhood, the community, the city that you live in, perhaps the state you live in, and then the world, the planet, until you see the entire world wrapped in your golden love and light, and all the people looking up and smiling and feeling that love, basking in it. Because the love that comes from your heart chakra comes in from the divine. It pours into your crown chakra when you open yourself to it. That divine love pours in and through you and out to the world through your heart chakra. That is who we are meant to be here, channels of pure love. And love always dissolves fear. Love is the antidote to fear. In your darkest hour, when your ego mind says, "Why am I here all alone in this empty, meaningless, unconscious world?" Your answer is, because you chose to come here for your highest good and the highest good of all. You came here to grow and evolve. Embrace the moment. Seize the opportunity, because when you cross back into the divine, you'll see how you did, and you want to make yourself proud, like you accomplished the goals you came here to accomplish. So in your darkest hour, that's when you really need to remember this. You are here on purpose for a journey of growth, and you're saying yes to the moment and moving forward with your heart open will get you to a better place, an easier place. So we are here to use our pain. Pain is not some random tragic thing that drops in upon us and that overcomes and overwhelms us and ruins our lives. That's the human story that the earth realm loves to tell you. Instead, you agreed to certain moments of pain here for the purpose of learning and the intention of rising above and through them with love and grace and forgiveness. And ultimately, your greatest work offers to the world what you wish had been offered to you in your moment of greatest pain. I'll say that again. Your greatest work offers to the world what you wish had been offered to you in your moment of greatest pain. Pain fuels our greatest spiritual and emotional reinvention. It breaks our hearts wide open and sends us searching for the truth of who we really are. That is the blessing of pain. And grief is our greatest teacher. If you've chosen Divine Mother Grief as your spiritual teacher in this life, then bravo to you. It means you're an old, evolved soul, and you agreed to take this journey to break your heart wide open and to see and remember that you're a divine being, that life is eternal, that there is no death, and then to be in pure communication with your departed so that you become a teacher and healer for others. The greatest gift of grief, and I think there are many, grief teaches us to love better, to be more compassionate, to see what's important about the human journey and what's not important, to not focus on that. But the greatest gift is that now we have a departed loved one in the divine realms, and they are communicating with us, constantly showing us that life is eternal, there is no death, that they're doing great in the divine realms, and that they want you to be happy and live your true potential here, fulfill your soul mission. And all you have to do is open your heart and trust in that invisible world, trust in the divine world, and know that this physical world is your and our illusion. It's our school. So grief actually helps you become a better communicator with spirit. So I have had 3 powerful shared death experiences that I shared in one of the previous videos. And for me, they made it perfectly clear without any doubt that there is no death and that life continues, and that once we're free of the body at the time of our exit point, that we instantly feel the joy of our free journey as a divine spirit, unhindered by the physical world and its heavy energy. And every departed has come back with that glorious light-filled energy. So I am perfectly clear in my beliefs that the physical world is the hard part, and once we leave the body, we are in the enlightened part of the soul's journey again, which is our home. And you can go back, if you haven't watched those videos, and watch how my beloved husband Paul, my girlfriend Chrissy, and my father came back at the moment of crossing to show me that there is no death and to lift me into the higher perspective. I use numerology to help people remember their soul mission and see their life from this higher soul review perspective. And I have a whole video. My previous video was an overview of that. And I'll be teaching a numerology class soon that really goes into the detail of it. But numerology lifts us above the day-to-day view of life, gives us that deeper and wiser perspective. When we cross over and leave the body, we have a soul review where we see the long journey of this lifetime and how we faced our challenges and gifts. Numerology, at least the way I do it with clients, does allow you to have that soul review now so that you understand what you're still here to work on and how you've been doing and what you came to accomplish. I'm also past lives and between lives soul regression therapist, and I've shared a meditation in a previous video about guiding you into that divine realm journey. If you want to do a session with me to do this, that's all on my website, and I wrote about it in my book, Through a Divine Lens. But when I've guided so many people into this higher realm to have a conversation with their guides, with their departeds, to remember why they're on earth, and then to come back into the body with renewed purpose. You can do this too, and the meditation in the previous videos will help you achieve this perspective. And whenever we cross into the divine, our guides never say, oh my gosh, I don't know why you're going through what you're going through. That isn't what we planned. No, they always go, we wrote this plan together, knowing it was exactly what would help you to grow and evolve into your best self. So your job here in the physical world is simply, really, if I had to put it in one word, you have to trust. You have to trust that there's something going on here beyond your ability to see, touch, and feel it, that there is an invisible divine realm world, that once we tap into it, we realize that all of this is happening for highest good. And now I can trust in the inner goodness of this world and in the ongoing existence of my departed loved ones, and that my soul is here on purpose. And the minute I call out for help, I am lifted up into a higher consciousness, and I am able to move forward in a better way. I gave you a meditation earlier in another video to quiet the mind. I've done this meditation for more than 30 years, 40 years, of repeating a mantra, a sacred sound, to quiet the mind. This page contains the detailed instructions as well as the mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, that I've used for decades because it means I connect to divinity, but you don't want to say it in English. You want to use the Sanskrit words because they're a much higher frequency vibration. Now, before you go to bed, say this prayer, and it will help you connect to your spirits to get a visit with your departeds and a vision, a dream vision to give you clarity for your future. Oh, beloved spirits, spirit guides, God, and all the departed who cherish us, whom we cherish. We call on you with open hearts, with quiet minds, with complete assurance that you are here to help us, to love us, to heal us. We rest easy in the night, knowing that you will carry us in our dreams, that you will carry us to sacred healing places, that you will show us your physical self so that we recognize you, feel you, touch you, smell you, and know that there is no death. We are grateful that you carry our sacred agreement to help us wake up here on earth. And there is nothing we have to do except trust. And so it is. Amen. In summary, it's your choice every day, every minute of every day, which viewpoint you'll take to view your story and to view the world. But when you choose your divine lens view, you become a super person, a superhero. You suddenly understand the bigger picture of life. You have healing energy to offer the world through your work. You understand your purpose and you can overcome any challenge in your path. That is the benefit of your divine lens view. So I am asking you to take off that ego lens view, put it down. You'll need it when you have to accomplish a logical task here on earth. But for the most part, I want you wearing your divine lens to look at your every struggle and your every gift of this day. And as you look at it through that soul's point of view, your vibration lifts, you gain your full access to your soul's wisdom and your intuition, and all of your beloved departeds and guides come to lift you up and give you a magical, blessed day and life. And on that note, we know that right now, all of you are being lifted up into that divine lens view. Your beloved departeds are all circling you now, smiling, loving you, touching your shoulder. I can feel them, giving you so much love. Accept it, embrace it, and have a wonderful life. I love you. Let me get this back into this so I can say goodbye in person. I love you and thank you so much for going on this divine lens journey with me. I know that you're here on purpose as a highly evolved soul, or you wouldn't even be drawn to watch these videos. So my heart is with you on your journey. And I can't wait to see what you do with your beautiful, amazing life. Many blessings.